Good morning and welcome back, Oxbow Creek, to the end of January, beginning of February, and that means the beginning of I Love to Read Month, and we're looking forward to having some really fun events happening in the coming weeks. This week, we are looking, again with our theme of emotion management, we're looking at the idea of managing learning challenges. We all have learning challenges. It's going to happen because certain things, that's what learning is about, something that's a little bit harder, something that's new to you, and in many cases, it's going to be a challenge. But using our calming down steps helps us to be better learners. We talked about calming down last week. Now, there are many opportunities to practice your calming down skills here at school. You may have a strong feeling when you have to wait, or when you make a mistake, or when you have trouble finishing a difficult task. These are perfect moments to practice using your own stop signal, name that feeling that you're having, and then figuring out a way to calm down. When the staff and the students here at Oxbow calm down our emotions, it helps us all be ready to learn. Think about this week as you go about your week.
I guess I just won't get mad and I'll go do something else and then I'll go get back to this later.
We're returning back to our shout outs. We've got a couple for you. Here they are.
Hi, my name is Aubrey from 4SH. I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Sherva and Ms. Gosser. My reason, because they teach us stuff every day. They are nice and thoughtful and they make learning fun.
Hi, my name is Keely from 3BE. I would like to give a shout out to Kaylee. My reason is she is a hard worker. She is always on task. I could never look at her and not see her doing what she is supposed to. Thank you, Kaylee, for being such a great role model.
Hi, my name is Jonathan from 2ER. I'd like to give a shout out to Hayden. My reason is because he is an awesome listener, a good friend, and an awesome classmate.
Well, students, as you know, our expo is right around the corner. You've seen many examples of projects that kids have done. And, you know, I just found out this last week that we have a special guest here at Oxbow that I'd like to introduce you to. Tommy Schnabel here is a student in college these days, and Tommy went to Oxbow, so he's an alum. His mom actually works here, and we love having her here. And he's spending a few weeks in Miss Collins' class in kindergarten, kind of checking things out, trying to decide whether or not he's going to be a teacher. But he and I got talking about the expo, and I thought I'd ask him a few questions, see if he has anything to share. So, do you remember being a student here? Did you do the expo back then?
I did it all 6 years.
Kindergarten through 5th grade?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you remember any of the projects that you did?
I made a baseball field one year, a football field, and also a wrestling ring one year.
Okay, sports is kind of a theme for you as well, and I know we've got a lot of kids that love the sports out there. You know, some years we have more than 600 or 700 kids participate, but not everybody. Do you have anything you'd want to say to the kids who are thinking, maybe I'll do this, maybe not? What do you think?
I would really recommend it. You'll remember it for the rest of your life, and your parents love it too. So.
No, that's awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by and letting us know, and thanks for spending some time in Miss Collins' room. And I think this kid should be a teacher. What do you guys think? Thumbs up for that as well. Thanks a lot, Tommy.
Thank you.
Well, with I Love to Read Month right around the corner, we've got some more book braggers here. Beneen's one of our second graders from 2KH. Come on over here. What book are you selling today?
Elephant and Piggy.
Nice and loud.
Hi, I'm Beneen from 2KH, and I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Elephant and Piggy by Mo Willems. Elephant and Piggy is about two best friends that go on adventures every day. If you like fantasy books, then you would love Elephant and Piggy.
You know, you're the second kid who said something about Elephant and Piggy. I think they're some of the most popular books among our kids here, aren't they? Thank you for doing that, Beneen. Fantastic. Next we have True from 3WH. What do you have for us?
Harry the Homeless Puppy. Hi, I'm True from 3WH. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Harry the Homeless Puppy by Holly Webb. Harry the Homeless Puppy is about Grace and her brother Danny. Really wanted a dog, but their parents said they couldn't get one. So they got a job at the shelter.
Grace falls in love with Harry. She tries to get him to stay, but it doesn't always work. If you like realistic fiction books, then you would love Harry the Homeless Puppy.
And if you have a dog like I do, would you love Harry the Homeless Puppy too? I bet so. Thank you. Awesome job. Looks like a great book. Lauren from 3CA, come on over. Oh, I haven't seen this one.
Hi, I'm Lauren from 3CA. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Smile by Raina Telmeyer. Smile is about a girl named Raina who is playing a racing game with her friends, and she tripped and knocked her 2 front teeth out, but can only find one of her teeth. Will her teeth look normal again? If you like graphic novels, you would love Smile.
And you can tell that graphic novel kind of thing is really fun too, isn't it? Yep. You know, that happened to my son. He got both of his front teeth cut off right from there. Oh, you hate to hear that. Thank you. Congratulations. Great book. Jeremiah, one of our 5th graders. Oh, a Gary Paulson book. Gotta love Gary Paulson.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah from 5ST. I'm here to tell you about one of my favorite books, Canyons by Gary Paulson. Canyons is about a boy who finds a skull and goes to call the police, but something tells him not to. He goes through a lot of stuff after staying all night to find out more about the skull. He has a couple of friends help him find out more. If you like adventure books, then you would love Canyons.
You know, almost everything Gary Paulson writes is worth reading, isn't it? Yep. Thanks for sharing that with us. Have a great day. Some great books out there. Well, let's celebrate this week's Kids of Character. We have Harrison, one of our 1st graders. Come on over, Harrison. He's in Miss Fish's class, and this kid is a wonderful example of being able to recognize and express his feelings. He will let us know if he's sad or happy, frustrated or excited. He can also clearly connect his feelings to an action or event. It helps us, as his peers, to share his excitement or support his sadness. When Harrison shares his feelings, we all become more connected to him. That's fantastic, Harrison. Keep it up, bud.
Okay.
Good work. And this is for you. Our second one, you can wait right over there. Camille, come on over, is one of our 2nd graders from Miss Pierfelice's class. All of us have tough days sometimes, but Camille knows how to rise above them. She chooses joy and usually has a little giggle to go along with it. If she has a problem to solve, she thinks or talks it through. She refuses to let the little things ruin her day. Best of all, her smile is her secret weapon to spreading joy. Keep smiling, Camille. They appreciate it in 2PI, and so do I. And this is for you. Congratulations. And then we have Hazel, one of our 3rd graders from 3BE. 3BE students nominated Hazel here for outstanding academic effort and for being extremely kind and considerate to her classmates. She works hard to achieve success in her studies. She's organized, she's on task, she's a good role model to everyone in the class. We are so glad to have Hazel as a cooperative student in our classroom. And that goes for both Miss Benner and Miss Unke. Congratulations, Hazel. Keep up the great work. That's for you. And last but certainly not least, Camden is one of our 4th graders here. Come on over. Camden, this kid is a diligent student. He always strives to do his very best. He's always kind, considerate, and companionable toward his peers. He's a voracious reader. Anytime he has a spare moment, he has a book out. If a classmate needs assistance, he is always eager to encourage them or assist them. This guy is a valuable member of the Oxbow community. That's fantastic. I love to hear about the books too, especially as we head into I Love to Read month. That's your month, bud. Fantastic. Keep up the great work out there, students. We love recognizing you. Students, I want to just remind you that when your intercom goes off in your classroom or when the phone rings, oftentimes the office is calling down to get some information or to give the information to the teachers. Many of you use the intercom system, and I have one request of all of you. As soon as you hear that bing and you hear that they're calling into the room, everybody should be quiet right away. The only person acknowledging and answering that should be the teacher as they're trying to. If the teacher is not in the room, maybe there's one lead student who can say, our teacher stepped out for a minute, we'll be right back. But we need that announcement to be able to be heard, and when we hear a lot of noise in the classroom in the background, it's hard for both the office as well as the teacher to understand what the communication is. So really, that teacher should be the only one responding, and I ask all of you when you hear that to be quiet down. And especially if it's going to be me on the announcements doing something for an emergency, you need to be able to hear. So let's make that a practice here. I want to do my own shout out to our 2nd graders. As we were filming this, I got a chance to hear them this morning with their James Hirsch performance. It's just an incredible job with Where the Wild Things Are. And I just want to congratulate all of you. You did an awesome job, and it's going to be really fun to listen to that for years to come. So thank you for that. As I mentioned at the outset, it's I Love to Read Month. We have a month full of activities, including ending with our Books and Bagels, which I always look forward to at the end of the month on the 22nd and 23rd. We're going to have a big book swap, so if you're going to clean out your reading inventory at home, be thinking about that so you can bring them in during the week that we do that, so you can exchange it for some other books that you have not yet read. That's one of the great features of I Love to Read Month that we do. Looking forward to that. And then just a quick reminder, students, about recess. I'm a little disappointed lately because I've had a lot of days where we have multiple students who have to spend recess inside, down at the office with one of the principals because they were doing something outside and all of a sudden somebody's pushing or somebody's hitting or somebody's doing something inappropriate. Remember, recess is supposed to be fun. That's why you're out there, for the fresh air and for the fun of it. Let's not turn it into a time of problems and people getting hurt and fights breaking out and that sort of thing and having to take away recess or do suspensions and all of that. Let's just make the rest of the winter and into the spring fun recess. That's what it's supposed to be all about. Thank you for all of you who understand that and do it day in and day out. Maybe those who are having trouble with it will catch on and do what you're doing for the rest of the year. With that, I do have some jokes. Zach continues to be prolific from 1PE. What do snowmen like about cake? The icing. What's Frosty the Snowman's favorite song? There's no business like snow business. I don't know if you know the original song, but I do. And finally from Wyatt, a 4th grader, what do you call a bear with no ears? B. I guess so. You take off the ears. Well, I believe those are the jokes. No more announcements. Let's have a great week. We'll see you back here next week.